So I'm working on Smurfmobile here. Taking the stock radio out, putting a double-din touchscreen in. More specifically, installing this hunk of junk. And a backup camera. Step 1, get both of your harnesses and merge them. Once you've tested everything to make sure everything works, you can go ahead and shrink wrap everything. Now, installing the backup camera is the worst part of the job, because of having to run this wire from the back of the car to the front of the car. Usually it wouldn't be too terrible, but this car is absolutely disgusting. I mean, that's literally a mouse nest, and that's literally mouse poop. Normally I would run it underneath the carpet, but I'm thinking about going through the headliner, because I don't want to touch any of that crap. Pro tip, these pickup tools work great for snaking wires through the dash. Just don't let go, whatever you do. So once you finish running, shrink wrapping, and tying all that in, you can check out the rest of the install in part 2.
Today's episode of How Fucked Up is Fucked Up. That's fucked up.
Tell me you're a mechanic without telling me you're a mechanic.
So we're on the test drive, and in conclusion, what I had was the control circuit for the EGR valve had corroded inside the connector underneath the intake manifold, and it was supplying battery voltage, or running voltage, 13 volts roughly, onto my sensor circuit. So it was going through the map sensor, and it was causing 8 to 9 volts on my 5 volt reference, which everybody knows when you got excessive voltage on 5 volt reference, it don't run, it don't work. So we fixed that problem, and now I can drive it. I'm sure the customer is going to be excited that it runs and drives again. And let's get them out of here and start on something else.
Hey, y'all want to see some fucking funny shit? Look at this. So this is how much crap mechanics go through when it comes to ordering parts. Because some of these people that are parts counters should not be parts counters, period. In order to be a parts person, you should at least been in the field or turning wrenches for a minimum of 5 years, period. Not fresh out of high school, nothing like that. If you're not mechanically inclined, do not apply for the job. I literally ordered climate control buttons from the dealer, right? Y'all gonna laugh your ass off. Look what these, it was a young kid that said, I said, you know what I'm talking about? Yeah, I know exactly what I'm talking about. What's your VIN number? So I give him the VIN number, I give him all the details, so on and so forth. Y'all gonna think this is funny. Watch what he gave me. Fucking stickers, man. Fucking stickers. Doesn't really look bad though. I did the bottom. Look at the top. Ugly.
Wonder how to change your brake pads? Customer had spongy brakes and squealing tires. First unbolt your caliper, usually 2 bolts. Pop it off. Let's look at these pads. That's pretty low compared to the new one. This is the squealer, no doubt. It's down to the bone.
When the guy at the parts store says the part I asked for doesn't fit the vehicle that I described,
I swapped the motor out, you son of a bitch. Okay, TikTok, let's get one shit clear. One thing is having a work truck, and another one is being fucking nasty. God damn. Like, these are floor mats. I put this shit on my seat. That's how disgusting this truck is. It smells like there's a body in there. Fuck no. Guys, just clean your truck, man. Especially if you're taking it to the mechanic. Just clean it. It's not hard.
So you guys have a really good point when comparing the surface grease and grime on my hands compared to that deeply embedded 8-hour stuff that you mechanics get on a daily basis. Joey, on the other hand, has been working all day and is going to be my new hand model. So we wipe his hands clean with a paper towel, but clearly you can see that deeply embedded grease on the palm of his hand and the backside of his knuckles. And if you're a mechanic, you know what I'm talking about, and your wife definitely knows what I'm talking about. He's actually using his own supply of our Grip Clean Ultra Heavy Duty Hand Cleaner here. Man, this stuff is awesome. If you guys have been working with chemicals all day long, the last thing you need is another chemically infused soap to take all that off. Our all-natural ingredients won't dry and crack your skin. Check it out.
States, did his own great job but still making funny noises. I thought this was a spacer for a second. Wrong sized pads too. How did he even make it here? That's better. Customer comes saying he installed a oil pan and now the truck sounds funny.
My life be like,
is he dampens the fuel pressure from pulsating from the pump. Alright, so I got it off. Had to take the valve body off. Fuel rail, maybe didn't have to take loose, but there's a little nipple right back in there. The hose kind of went up on. I couldn't get it from where it was just because it's so tight. Can't even fit my hands back there. But here it is. So this is in, this is out to the fuel rail. So there's no way to test it, so I grabbed one off of my parts truck that I know ran really good before I parked it a month ago. So I'll get it on, get this all together, and we'll see how it runs. It's all back together. Let's see what it'll do. See, it's still got a little mist, but I think it needs to be run quite a bit. Let's tap on that. See how it didn't clear up at all? Alright. Sick. Well, that seemed to have worked. Go ahead and follow for a test drive and see what she does.
Alright, so I work for a used car dealership. This is the second time this customer has brought this car back. It's a 17 Challenger. It's got a shifting issue or a stalling issue. They can't really explain it, but it only does it when it's cold. Now, they won't leave the vehicle with me, so I can't exactly duplicate the problem. Now, second time, this is them waiting in the waiting room, and they just decide, fuck it, they're gonna trade it in. The fuck? I guess we'll just resell it, or just wait till it's cold and I can try to duplicate it again.
Hey!
Come on, there you go. Yeah, let's see. Oh, okay.
Why it takes me so long to do anything around here. Part of it's because I'm lazy, and part of it's because I'll be halfway through something, I'll have to stop and either go on the road and help a delivery driver, drive a truck, or make a repair. Occasionally, it's because the owner of the company comes in with something random and crazy. Whether it be an oil change on his personal vehicle, which is company owned, or I'll show you an example. Today he brought me this, and wanted to see if we could get it running. This Ariane's rocket has a single-cylinder Tecumseh engine, and it's been sitting outside for years. I took the carb bowl off and it was full of rusty water, so we've got some work to do. I cleaned it out, put it back on, but it's leaking, so we're gonna have to do a whole carb kit in order to get it to run. And that is where Jim comes in. Jim specializes in small engines, so I will call him over and deal with this foolishness and fuckery.